So AI has been proliferating for the last 2 years and it's grown really a lot. And if you look at the number of deepfakes in the region, APAC reached 1,050% growth rate of AI deepfake. And this has actually caused quite a bit of worry across the industry. So it is actually paramount for us to basically take a look at how to tackle deepfake, AI deepfake. But actually, if you look at the stats from our fraud report, you find that actually there is other type of frauds that worth mentioning here. The case in point will be fraud networks. If you look at fraud networks, we see that 1 in 100 of a digital person is actually involved in a fraud network globally. And it is actually something that we also want to make sure that businesses do not ignore this. So in SumSub, we actually provided some tools to ensure that deepfake AI is able to be tackled efficiently and accurately. We have incorporated AI to combat AI. So one of the key AI that we have incorporated is in our liveliness during verification and onboarding. During this time, we injected an algorithm during the selfie taking where we are testing the liveliness of the person, proving that he is who he says he is. And at the same time, we have actually injected an algorithm during verification to ensure that we also pick up the person's image to sense and scan whether he is a deepfake or not. Secondly, during a video identification, which is another tool that is available from the SumSub tool of verification, we have actually incorporated state-of-the-art deepfake algorithm during the interview session. And this is something that most other companies does not have because they are actually using static images to test for video verification. Whereas we are actually doing real-time verification and at the same time real-time scanning of the deepfake or not during that time. The third tool that we have is really a fraud detection tool. In our fraud detection tool, we also ensure that we layer up a multi-layer fraud detection. This would include deepfake and include AI to tackle deepfake as well as other Gen AI type of tools to ensure that we actually pick up some of these fraudulent transactions. So really, from that perspective, right, we believe in partnership and we really partner up with our clients to make sure that we actually integrate our solution into their larger solutions and systems in order to help them do verification better. Now, in that regard, right, if you look at the smaller companies, there are actually some opinions where they believe that it is better for them to have an in-house solution. That means they build their own verification platform, they build their own compliance and use case as well as workflow. While this is good because you are able to communicate better and you have full control of the software, there's an issue of keeping up and monitoring with the fraud, right? Fraud actually evolves so fast that if you are not up to date with the fraudulent behavior and the new tools, your verification process and tool will become outdated almost like immediately. Secondly, if you want to scale your business, it's well and good you build a verification process for a local country. That's where you start. But once you want to scale, you can't be possibly spending time focusing on building verification platforms across the globe. Whereas if you work with SumSub, we have everything already. If you want to turn on your verification process with an additional country, it's really a click of a button. And we are in the space of verification and we keep track with frauds and we will regularly update our software even in the behind the scenes to make sure it is updated. But but most important actually is for everyone to work together and talk about what are the best solutions and best workflow to be able to optimize it and make the world a place where it is safer and trusted.